What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another Greenleaf review. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Everybody like, comment, and share. Listen, I don't know about y'all. I don't, but I'm a little let down, you know what I'm saying, with how the show ended. Like, I really am, but I still, I mean, come on now. Y'all know I love this show, so I'm still watching, but I'm a tad bit let down. So let's just get into it. So last night episode starts off with Bishop on the phone with somebody he know from the FBI trying to find out why in the hell is Rochelle crossed back? Why ain't she on the run no more? And so, Grace comes down and she asks Lady Mae, Mama, who's daddy on the... And Bishop was mad, y'all. He was mad. But the FBI informed him that, at least his friend from the FBI, whatever, let him know that she's no longer a person of interest. Yeah, she back, she good, and technically, I guess, she kind of, sort of might be working with the FBI, whatever. And so Bishop want to know, well, why ain't this public knowledge? If she ain't who y'all think she is or who we know she is, why is this, quiet as kept? So, that was that. And then he hang up the phone and not Bishop, but Lady Mae says, darling, what do she call Bishop sometimes? I know she, James, if you leave right now, you can make it to your appointment for your physical. May, I ain't going. With all of this going on, you think I'm worried about going to a doctor? These skanks trying to take my house? You must be crazy. And so he said, I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to no doctor. Now, let's just keep it real. It's been a while since they brought up Bishop issues. He can't remember stuff. Down syndrome. No, Lord bless me. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. Not that. I can't think of what it is off the top of my head, but it's been a while since they brought it up. So, I don't know. I ain't really too happy. So Bishop, he leaves. He said he got to find. He ain't going to the doctor. He got to figure out how he gonna deal with this Rochelle Cross situation and Tara James situation. So, nevertheless, Lady Mae informs him that she's meeting with Tara today to sit down because Tara wants to convince her that she did not know anything about Rochelle coming back into the picture. And, somebody that just don't sit right with me at all. Like, that's your sister, and you trying to get our house from us. And I'm mad at Lady Mae for even suggesting that they have a sit down so she could be convinced that she did not know that, you know what I'm saying, this girl was coming back. Look, when y'all seen her leaving over there, it don't matter if she knew or not. She in cahoots with her. No. So anywho, Darius calls Grace, and Grace tells Lady Mae, Mama got to take this, and she go upstairs, and Lady Mae got this stank look on her face like you little heathen, you dance, you finna go up there and sex or something. Yeah, I know the stank look Lady Mae had. So, Darius tells her he just got back from Vegas. He on a new phone because his laptop, his phone, everything he had in Vegas was stolen. Bob Whitmore really does not want those emails as well as the other information to get out. So he asked Grace, does she still have the emails? And so Grace goes upstairs and she checks. She said, matter of fact, I do. But she was like, hold on. As we sitting on this telephone, my emails are deleting themselves. And I got upset at Grace because for the love of me, and maybe I'm not no IT genius. I'm not a computer whiz like that. But Grace let her ass sit right there on the phone and watch the goddamn messages deleted and ain't try to do nothing. Like, she could have, I don't know, a hard close or, because listen, from everything I know about, computers, IT and all that stuff, the only way somebody can have access to your computer remotely is if it is owned and being operated by you. Now, obviously, she didn't give them permission to do it. So she should have shut the computer down right then and then. I'm just like, Grace, do something. Stop, get off the phone with that knucklehead and try to save the emails. But she didn't. She watched them emails get deleted one by one by one. And I was just so frustrated with Grace. I'm just like, what is you doing, girl? Do something. So anywho. So anyway, guys, I guess Charity was leaving, and she sees a man at the gate. And so she asked, who is it? And he was like, I'm Yusuf Shabazz. And I'm just saying to myself, the last 2 episodes, bro, you ain't want to have nothing to do with nothing. Now all of a sudden, you didn't even want to talk on the phone with these girls, but all of a sudden you're going to show up to their residence? Like, you know how creepy that is and how it feel like you might be working for Bob Whitmore? That is to me. You didn't even want to have a conversation with these ladies over the phone, talking about something. You got 2 minutes. Strike 1, strike 2, 3 strikes, and you're out of there. And then when he was on the phone with Chad, he was like, baby girl, let me tell you something. Where I'm from, it's the saying, the river only flow one way, and it ain't got nothing to do with the river. And so for the love of me, I'm trying to figure out why in the hell is he at the gate? How? But anyway, she bring him inside. You know, he was like, wow, you know, religion bought all of this, and Charity was like, well, you know, the members of the congregation, they want to see the pastor and his family live a good life, and so that's the case with a lot of those mega churches out there, y'all. But anywho, Grace come downstairs, and you know, she lets him know that he says, you know, do your reporter friend know that I'm telling him this, but I'm not gonna be on the record. So they go over to Darius' house, and so all the information coming out. Yusuf is saying, well, you know, Bob Whitmore's lending company back in the day, they preyed on us black people, and he used my wife, Phil's mother, to do it. So what they would do is they would issue balloon payments to these black families who was about to lose their homes. And how they was able to do it was he would have my goddamn black ass wife sitting in the front door greeting them as they come in. He, ha, ha. You know, they so great. They gonna love y'all. They gonna take care of y'all. But people don't know what these balloon payments are. For those who don't know what a balloon payment is, a balloon payment is a bigger loan than you would normally get. In the beginning, you know, the payments kind of start off being cheap. But near the end of the loan, the payments get so goddamn high where the lending companies or the banks can come in and steal your house or whatever you got the loan for away from you. That's what these balloon loans are. So if you're ever in a situation where you get a balloon loan, aka student loans, that's all they is, balloon loans. So don't get them if you can help it. So anywho, so Charity was like, oh my gosh, Yusuf, does Phil know this about Bob, how he was using, you know, his mother? No, he don't know. And I haven't told him, and I don't plan on telling him. I ain't talked to that boy in 20-some years, and I don't plan on talking to him now. And she was like, oh my gosh, Yusuf, you have to. This will break his heart. Like, Charity. Look, Charity, look. Grace already done gave you kudos, good work for getting him here. Okay? Sit your ass. Like, the love affair you got with Phil just get on my goddamn nerves. Like, he don't want you. He chosen power, even if it's that he got the fake to be in love with Judy. He chosen to be in a position of leadership with Bob Whitmore. So anywho, Charity begged him to tell Phil, and he finally agrees. Okay. So anywho, moving on. We at the doctor's office. We find out that Noah has convinced AJ to get on his medicine to deal with his HIV. And so Grace is asking, well, how did you do it? And he said, well, you know, I really don't know. I really think it was your father, Bishop, when he had the conversation and gave him the car. His whole attitude about everything just sparked, it just changed. Like, he was at home showing mother pictures of the 65 GTO and how's it gonna look and this and that. And he said, I just, you know, kind of slid it in there like, AJ, you know, son, you want to go to the doctor and handle that situation? He said yes. And so at this point, you know, you can see the look on Grace's face. It ain't nothing but pure jealousy, because she has been trying and over trying to get this boy to like her and to accept her as his mother, and all of a sudden Noah just come in and he goddamn convincing this boy to get on his pills for HIV. She like, what in the hell? Like, what is going on? So, anywho, he goes as far, Noah informs Grace that, hey, you know, I found a perfect spot for me and AJ to live. It's not too far from Mother's house, and just throwing it out there, baby girl, that if something happened between Bishop and Tara and the James family when they lose the house, I know we ain't that type of family, but you will always have somewhere to come and stay rent-free. And so, okay, cool, fine, bro. Like, I appreciate you doing that for Grace. Like, Grace got money. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't know that, but she good. She good. She don't need your, she don't need that. So, anywho, AJ comes out and it seems like he's a different guy after the conversation with Bishop and getting closer to his his sister and cousin. He was like, ooh, I can see it. I can see how y'all two made me, etc., etc. And so, saying all of that to say, luckily we ain't get too much AJ this episode, because I can't stand that AJ. But, you know, AJ leaves, and so, you know, like I said, he tells Grace about if she needs somewhere to stay, she can come stay with them, and, you know, they going to pick up his medicine. So she gets a call from Darius. And Darius basically on the phone talking about something, you know what I'm saying? He's serious about the future and he want to talk about it ASAP. So Darius is trying to get back in there, y'all. But we're gonna see how that goes. So anywho, moving on, Jacob and Carissa, they getting ready to go to counseling, and she done put Winky on the tie. They finna get ready to go and tell him they finna get a divorce, and she wants him to know that this is not a mediation, that he don't need to go up and not asking for anything. They just going to break the news to Winky, and he comes out and saying he deserves shared custody, and she said, "You're not getting it." Now the thing is with me, I'm gonna get, because I've been on here a good little minute, y'all. And I'm trying to wrap this thing up. What's killing me about this? I don't know why she is hell bent. Pardon me. On not giving this man shared custody of his son. I don't know. Like, he ain't got no job. I mean, what is the big deal? Like, I would love to know what's the big deal with giving this, with giving Jacob shared custody. But anywho, moving on. So Sophia goes and visits Zora. Zora so over her mama and daddy getting divorced. She talking about going to New York City to a acting school or whatever. She don't know where she gonna stay. She just done bought the plane ticket and she going to New York City. So Sophia go and tell her parents, Jacob and Chad, and Jacob kind of just pissed. His attitude when the girl came in, yes, Sophia. And like, she coming to when you see somebody who never come see you, bro, that means they coming to tell you stuff. You need to have a better look on your face than that. And so they said they'll talk to her. So they go talk to Zora. Carissa kind of got this attitude like, you ain't going, but then Jacob kind of swoops in like, hold up. We want to help you. We want you to pursue your dreams. Is the ticket refundable? It is. Get a refund. We're going to call your cousin, Camilla, see if she has room and you can stay there. It's the best we can do. We want to help you, you know what I'm saying, conquer your dreams. And so when they left, they went back and have a private conversation, and Carissa was just like, you said we. And then I'm just like, girl, he don't want you no more. He tired of faking the phone. So then she said, it makes me wonder if you would be better off not ever meeting me. And he was just like, girl, don't be crazy. Without meeting you, we wouldn't have the blessing, 2 kids, and this, and that. And so I forgot to mention, it was the episode of season 1. Apparently, I think Carissa cheated first. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave that there. But anywho, he calmed her down and said, meeting you was one of the best decisions ever. And she said, okay, you can have shared custody. And I'm just like, girl, you need to sit your ass down somewhere. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. So anywho, moving on, Bishop go to the club. Bishop ain't going to the doctor. Bishop go to the club to meet the inspector. The inspector giving him all the things that need to be updated until before they open. And guess who comes in? Rochelle, mother effing James. Rochelle come up in there, and she basically says that all this bad is happening to the Greenleaf family because he just won't admit to the role he played in her father's death. And so she basically said, he said, look here. She said, James Greenleaf, won't nothing good happen to you, and I will make sure of it until you admit the role you played in my father's death. And she said Basie should have killed your ass when he had the chance. And I'm just saying to myself, she cold. Oh, how I miss that trifling heifer. Oh, she cold. I just love me some Rochelle James. And so, that was that. So anywho, Bishop goes home. He big mad. He going there telling Lady Mae what happened. Rochelle done threatened him. And Lady Mae still talking about possibly having given her. And Bishop, for the love of me, thank you. Bishop said, you need to get off that holier than thou horse. You've been living a life for 40 years and you still living it. So don't come at me and tell me what we gonna do to my son. You trying to do what Jesus telling you to do by giving this girl to Jesus. Bishop say, Jesus ain't told me nothing. Bishop say, Jesus ain't told me nothing. And he talking about some, leave that holier than thou mess over there with somebody else who you can fake it with. He said, until you come clean about your demons, I don't even want to hear it. And so, me, I was thinking, maybe Lady Mae had some other demons we ain't know about. Like, maybe more than one of the children wasn't bishops, you know what I'm saying? But, she still talking about that goddamn, Bishop still talking about that Jesus ain't here. So Jacob comes up, asks them, can they come say a farewell goodbye to Carissa and Winky? They want to be somewhat normal. And she said, Lady Mae tell this boy, next time marry somebody that you actually love. And so once they send Carissa and Winky off, she going to her mama's house too. They will piss me off about Carissa. You talking all that talk about Jacob being a mama's boy and daddy's boy and all this. But when you leave, you got to go to your mama's house too. So ain't there one of y'all got nothing. So y'all need to work together to make sure y'all be the best parents that y'all can be. So nevertheless, they leave and Charity pull up and Lady Mae come clean about Grace not being the bishop's daughter. And I'm just saying to myself, why in the hell we still on this? We should have been something juicier. Like, well, not only Grace ain't his daughter, but Faith is Lionel's daughter too. That would have been, ideal for myself, but it didn't happen that way. So anyways, moving on, Judy and Phil going through documents at the church, and this thing, Charity and Phil shows up, and Phil tries to tell, not Charity and Phil, but Charity and Yusuf shows up, and Yusuf tries to tell Phil about what Bob Whitmore did to his mom and how he used it, etc., etc. And Judy was like, that is not true. Daddy loves black people. And I was just like, this could have been the time that somebody slapped the hell out of that little skinny ass white woman. That should have happened, but nevertheless, I'm trying to wrap this up. Phil gets mad, tell his daddy he don't ever want to see him ever again, and leaves. And Charity's so in love with Phil still. She said, you so blinded by these white people. I'm gonna pray for you. Don't pray for that heathen, girl. He don't want you. And the show better not end with them two getting back together. It better not, because I'm gonna have some issues with that. So anywho, moving on, last but not least, the Greenleaf kids hanging Jacob, Charity, and Gigi, basing long story short, making jokes about now we know how Gigi get that light skin because ain't none of us that damn light. And so she get a call from Darius, and Darius saying, we got him, one of the names that Yusuf gave us came through, come over so we can go meet him together. And so she goes over, and Darius done been kidnapped. And that's pretty much the show. And then Zora got back at Sophia for telling her parents about, her going to New York, by telling Grace about the nigga pictures. But anywho, longer review than usual. I apologize, but if I miss anything, let me know in the suggestion box below. But until next time, y'all be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I'm going to holler at y'all good folks later, man. Peace.